What up, gang of Lane Carolina Jackpot Time coming at you. It's pretty late on Saturday evening, halftime of the primetime games. Several things going on here that have struck my fancy that I'd like to discuss. I'm sure everybody's watching these. First of all, Taters 13-10 over NC State at halftime. We got a nice drive there right before half. They were down 10-6, and Ukulele connects with Will Shitley on a little route down the sideline. Almost scored. They did score on the next play. So they go up 13-10, and then NC State just sits on the ball. Goes in at half down by that score. They'll get it to start the second half back. They need to get a couple of scores. They need to take this crowd out of the game. NC State is doing a good job of matching their intensity. And I want to tell you, NC State is not using, a home crowd and a bunch of rah-rah to create the intensity. They're creating intensity by the play on the field. They're bringing it. If you've watched these guys right here at number 32, Drake, in the defensive backfield, that guy's a baller. So is this Thayer Thomas kid. They're tough. Devin Leary is a tough quarterback. Got some good players. They really do. I was a little bit incorrect in my preseason assessment of them, thinking that they would go 9-3. They definitely have what it takes to win this game here tonight. Can they do it? I don't know. They got to play a little bit smarter. They've had a couple of PI calls that were kind of ticky-tack, but yeah, I can see why they were called. The roughing the punter call there that ended up leading to, Clemson ended up getting a field goal out of that drive, extended a drive, was absolute horseshit. Followed by a PI call against NC State that was horrible. Dabo is doing his usual act over on the sidelines, crying, getting mad. He took his headset off and threw it on the ground a while ago, stomping around, acting like a petulant 2-year-old little bitch. And it was just absolutely... It's just tough to watch. Just tough to watch someone have that kind of a meltdown that's supposed to be in such a highly regarded position. I like Dabo, I guess, as a person, but he can be a real shithead sometimes on the sideline. Just keep doing what you're doing. NC State needs a break. They need some kind of break. They need to create a turnover. They need to do something with special teams to create a break and kind of bust this game open. Because Clemson's playing much better defensively this week. Much, much better defensively than they did against Wake Forest. Looks like, Texas is all over West Virginia. And let's see, Auburn is actually beating LSU. How about this? I didn't shout this one out today either. UConn beat Fresno State at home. Yeah, 19-14, beat them. Good win for UConn. They had already won one game this year, but it was against buttfuck State. I mean, Fresno State is actually a legit team, and a team last year that beat them 45-0. 45-0 on the road. So that was a 50-point swing. Now, Fresno State didn't have a starting quarterback. And I think they were probably a little disinterested in this game. But it's still a good win for UConn. And then, of course, what everybody wants to talk about. What in the world is going on? What's going on in Columbia, Missouri tonight? That thing was 10-0 when I turned it on. I thought the score was wrong. I don't know how they got the first touchdown. I mean, Georgia's just playing terrible. I mean, I don't know any other way to put that. Um, Stetson Bennett is overthrowing receivers, uh, and then on his other pass attempts, I mean, his receivers are totally covered. He's not doing the things that he did. I mean, this is a team that beat Alabama in the national championship game just like 9 months ago. And tonight you're on the road losing to fucking Missouri, a team that got housed by Kansas State just a few weeks ago. Uh, I don't get it. College football is a tough one. It really is a tough one. And this also begs me to wonder, and I feel I have mixed emotions about it here. I don't know, whether to be happy for Missouri or not. Of course, I'm glad to see Georgia get their ass kicked because they need a little cup of shut the hell up every once in a while. They really do. You've been beating your chest long enough now, and it's time for you to eat a little bit of crow. It's time for you to have a little taste of what it feels like. But at the same time, I sit here and wonder, why are they able to do it and we couldn't do it? Why are they able to do it, but yet when we played the same team, they went out there and beat our ass like we stole something? I don't understand it. I have to thank Spencer Rattler for all of the mistakes that he's made. I would have to think he's a better quarterback than Brady fucking Cook. Yeah, I know that Mizzou's got a talented freshman wide receiver, but the wide receiver core that South Carolina has is better than theirs. The running back room South Carolina has is better than theirs. South Carolina's defense should be better than theirs as well. So I don't get it. And it kind of makes me worry a little bit about our game against them later on this season. But then I also think about, UGA is playing probably the worst game that they've played in 5 years. And Mizzou is absolutely playing out of their minds tonight. So this still doesn't mean Mizzou is a good team. And you often see these teams do this, and then the next week they'll revert back to what they really are. I picked Georgia, though, to cover the spread here because, they played so horribly against Kent State that this year everybody, it seems like, that underperforms one week will come out the next week and just wipe the team that they're playing off the map. And teams that spring a big upset victory fail to cover the number the next week. It happened last night with Middle Tennessee State. It burned me a little bit. I had them in a 4-team parlay, and they were the fourth leg. And if I had hit it, it would have been $315 on a $20 wager. So I went 3 for 4, and they're the ones that screwed me. I should have known better than to pick them. But, I still don't think Mizzou's a good football team. I think Georgia will come back in the second half, and they'll win this game. They're not going to cover the spread, though, which is just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy to me. College football is a beautiful thing, but sometimes it's a thing that you really can't wrap your head around. Really can't wrap your head around it, you know what I mean? So, let's put our hands together for one team, one pack, or whatever it says on the back of their helmets. Let's force a turnover. I would love nothing more than for NC State to be winning this game by like 4 points with a minute left, and DJ Ukulele hit Will Shipley out with a little screen pass about the 20-yard line, and he's going to looks like he's going to take it in, and one of these, number 32 for NC State reaches in there and just pops that ball out about the 4-yard line. He fumbles it, and NC State recovers and then runs out the clock. I would love nothing more than that. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully everything will come out in the wash. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate it. Peace, and I'm out. Oh, and make sure you tune in to Uncle Lou's channel. I'm sure that everybody is. That halftime video should be epic.